You're watching WJCL 22 Morning News, the one to watch.
Right now at 4:30, Georgia wildfires continue burning across the southeast this morning. The latest on the growing fire danger and what officials want neighbors to know this morning. And mandatory evacuations, they are underway in Brantley County as the fire rages on, how the community is coping and the support that they're receiving. Plus, one local fire department stepping up to help the growing effort to contain the flames and what Pooler fire officials want everyone to hear. But first, let's see what it looks like out on the roadways. Here's Claxton at the start of your morning. Pretty quiet roadways out there as it is 4:30 a.m. And thank you so much for starting your day with us here at WJCL 22 Morning News. Good morning. I'm Lydia Blackstone, joined now by meteorologist Jonathan Myers to talk a little bit about these dry conditions. I know you had some hope for rain. Is that falling apart, or is there still some chances
There's still hope, Lydia, for sure, tomorrow and even a little bit on Sunday as well. But like you said, it is dry across all of the area. And look at this. This was updated yesterday, the drought monitor, and actually the exceptional drought, which is the highest category, is actually spread a little further to the north there across Candler, Bullock County, including Statesboro, Metter, and you can see from Claxton, Baxley, Hazelhurst, Alma, Blackshear, everyone else is under that extreme drought. So don't see a break in this very dry conditions, at least anytime soon, but at least it does look like we'll see a little bit of rain at times this weekend. As for today, a dry morning for us. Temperatures very pleasant too, maybe a light jacket, upper 50s for many of us right around sunrise. And here's what we're tracking. The dry weather again today. May need that umbrella at times for the weekend. We'll be warming back up next week, but you can see across coastal Georgia, low country, no rain as we start things off. And I do anticipate today sunshine this morning, mix of sun and clouds later this afternoon. Also, probably some hazy skies as well at times due to those wildfires, and temperatures will be in the 80s. Lydia?
All right, thank you, John. We begin this morning with our continuous coverage of the wildfires burning across southeast Georgia. Now you're looking at video here showing just some of the damage done in Brantley County. Along with that wildfire, there are also large fires burning in Appling and Clinch counties with mandatory evacuations in place for parts of Brantley County.
This is Brantley County. So when they came around and said, evacuate, leave, y'all have got to go now, I'm like, I've got to have 15 minutes to preserve our history of our county. So this is what we have.
In the Pineland Road fire in Clinch County, over 31,000 acres have been burned, and it's around 10% contained. In that Highway 82 fire in Brantley County, around 5,000 acres have been burned, and it's only 15% contained. On Thursday, emergency response officials, they held a press conference in Brantley County. Take a listen to what they said.
Understand we currently have now 87 basically living spaces, living places that have been destroyed. If this fire doesn't shift, we could have more than that before dark tonight. But 87 homes, living places, dwellings have been destroyed. We have basically a strong response. We'll let Georgia Forestry tell you exactly how many they have, but they have a huge contingent of folks here. Right now, we have a total of 228 personnel on scene. That includes law enforcement, that includes firefighters, and we've got firefighters from all over South Georgia.
And a reminder, Governor Brian Kemp has declared a state of emergency, which does allow for more resources and crews to be deployed. A 30-day burn ban is also now in effect for more than 90 Georgia counties that you see right there in red on your screen. Now to Effingham County, where fire crews responded there to a 90-acre wildfire overnight. The fire was located in northwest Effingham at Pryor Road and Oliver Kildare Road. The fire has now been contained by Georgia Forestry Commission, and units will be monitoring the conditions throughout this morning. Fire crews, they've been released to respond to other calls for service. Heavy smoke and low visibility is expected in the area due to air overnight causing smoke to linger close to the ground. Now back to the epicenter of these fires in Brantley County. That's where evacuation orders are in place. WJCL 22 News' Kirsten Maselka shows us how the community is coping with those who are supporting displaced families.
It was frightening. I've never really seen anything like it.
The sounds and the fear.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
And we tried to save your house.
We couldn't do nothing. It was too late, man.
Now constant for families across South Georgia as a fast-moving wildfire burns through thousands of acres.
I mean, I've lived here for 23 years, and I haven't seen it. Everybody's like they've never seen anything of this magnitude. This is actually worse than a hurricane.
Brantley County residents have seen some of the worst of the fires, forcing people to evacuate with little warning.
They just said it was time to go, and you don't have much time with everything that's happened and all of the property and all the homes that have burned. You just can't wait till the last minute.
For people who had to leave their homes behind, community-run shelters are serving as a refuge during the uncertainty.
We were able to get out before, flames were actually on our front doorstep. I don't know if I'll have a home tomorrow or not.
Leaders here at Little Memorial Baptist Church say they opened their doors almost immediately after the fire started, and since then, at least 100 people have come through looking for help.
There's so many people that's lost everything that they have, and we're here to help.
From hot meals to basic supplies, they're offering whatever they can with the help of community donations. But they say there's still more needed.
Baby care items that have small children and babies that's lost their homes, pet food, pet supplies.
Toothbrush, toothpaste, just personal hygiene things.
Locals say right now the focus is simply getting through the evacuation, taking in whatever help they can. But once the fires are out, they say the needs will shift toward rebuilding and long-term recovery. Reporting in Brantley County, Kirsten Masalka, WJCL 22 News.
Thank you, Kirsten. And to help battle the wildfires, firefighters from across the Southeast, they're pitching in. Multiple crews and agencies gathered at the Incident Command Center in Brantley County. The Pooler Fire Department is among those sending firefighters to help. 2 firefighters and firefighter brush truck. They will head out each morning as long as they're needed.
But the fire service in general is a large family. It doesn't matter where you're from, what it is. If somebody needs help, we're going to find a way to go help you.
Chief Simmons added a reminder, and that's do not burn and be mindful outside. Even a lawnmower could create a spark, and if it hits a rock or metal while mowing any of that dry grass. Now, even if you're not near an active wildfire, you might still see or feel the effects from drifting smoke and poor air quality. Hospitals in the Savannah area say that they're already seeing patients in emergency rooms with shortness of breath and other respiratory issues.
If you find yourself with difficulty breathing or shortness of breath, it's very important that you seek healthcare attention right away because you don't want to wait until you can't breathe.
Now, air quality alerts, they have been issued for dozens of counties due to smoke, and doctors advise limiting any outdoor activity and keeping medications available if you have lung issues or any underlying conditions.
Traffic Track 22 this morning. If you're making that commute to the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport coming from downtown, I've been watching, hadn't seen any big backups first thing this morning. And that commute taking just about 20 minutes from downtown Savannah to the airport. If you're coming from the Low Country southbound from I-95, 48 minutes from Hilton Head, and then northbound I-95 Hinesville, about a 43-minute commute there. And like I said, no big problems out there this morning. Early on a Friday morning, not seeing any backups. Lydia?
All right, thank you, Jonathan. The time now is 4:38, and we're continuing to cover the very latest on these wildfires across South Georgia. We'll show you new images of the destruction left behind and how crews are working to contain the blazes. Plus, a shooting at a Louisiana mall leaves 1 dead and others seriously injured. What we know about the suspects this morning.
Hardeeville is where we're looking live. Clear skies to start the day. Temperatures not bad at all. A very pleasant morning in the lower 60s, but a warm afternoon on tap. I'll detail that, and also tracking out chances for some rain for the weekend. To keep up that certified most accurate forecast, all you need